Fire and Rescue's kitchen fire demonstration unit. If you want to come down here, a little bit closer, I promise not to burn you. Is there? I don't see why I should be the only one that ever gets hurt. Right. Just waiting for my colleague to appear in a second, but we'll crack on. Right, what I want to show you is how much oil's in this pan. Forget the word chip pan. A lot of people now use deep fat fryers, whatever. But we still shallow fry, barbecue, whatever. Just have a look how much oil's in this pan. It's not full, is it? By any means. Yeah? Not mega amounts in. That's how much oil's in the pan, just to show you. Because at the end, people still think that we try doctoring this, and we'll put the pan on. I'm not the best cook in the world, as you'll find out later. You ready?
I'm coming!
You can't get stuff nowadays, can you? When he eventually gets here, everyone give him a clap. Thank you! You on, Phil? Smile. Are we on? We're away, mate. We're away. We're right. Right, good morning everybody. Welcome to Derbyshire Fire Service's Fat Fire Demonstration Unit. Chip pan van. Commonly known as a chip pan van. Bios commoners. Bios commoners. We're commoners. We are common. Many more commoners. So common. Right, what we're going to do for this morning, we've got a short display for you, about 10-15 minutes. And if we get it right, what we're going to do is Fred's going to show you the correct way to put a chip pan fire out, should you have one. And also the things not to do with a chip pan fire. I'll say if we get it right, because if we get it wrong, it'll change to a first aid demonstration by our colleagues from the ambulance service. Hey. How to treat a person for burns. What? Have I not told you that bit? No. No, we don't want that. Right, have you covered about that we've not rigged it, we've not set this up, it's not been planned, all he's done is put chip pan oil that he stole from our canteen. I borrowed it. Did they give you a receipt? You can have it back when we're done with it if you want it. It's box standard normal chip fat, that's all it is. Okay, so we've not rigged this up or set it up or anything like that. Excellent, right, we're cooking. Right, okay, does anybody here have or own a chip pan? No? We've got stay now. We like this bit because we say this every time. Every time we do this display, we say to people, hands up if you've still got a chip pan. And nobody puts their hands up. Yet chip pan fires still account for 2/3 of all fires in the United Kingdom. Every 45 minutes a fire engine turns out to a chip pan fire. But we can't work out why, because none of the residents of the UK have got chip pans. So something's not right. But you've seen how much oil's in that pan. We still shallow fry, we still grill, yeah, pork chop under the grill. Barbecue, guys, that bit that you have to scrape out, all that gunge in the bottom of the barbie occasionally, if that catches fire and you do what we do at the end of this, you will get the same results. Excellent, right, okay, so we've got a chip pan on. What do we think is the most common reason why chip pan fires occur? Left unattended, absolutely. And as you can see, Fred's left this one unattended. These my little friends are watching it for me, aren't you? You're watching my pan, aren't you? Has he told you about how he's mathematically guessed the distance? Yeah? You're safe to them chains, because if he gets it wrong, it's only the first 2 rows that burn. You only start to worry if we run past you that way, if you see us or not, then it's time to worry. If you see us stood behind you talking, you know there's problems. And believe me, although we use exactly the same measurements every time, this never behaves the same, which proves the old adage that you do not play with fire. Right, okay, so yes, it's left unattended. The doorbell goes, Coronation Street comes on the telly, anything like that, the neighbour starts talking to you, and before you know it, you've got a chip pan fire. But there's one thing in this country that is so cheap, it's almost free. In fact, sometimes we will give them away free. They will definitely save your life, 100%. Anybody any ideas what that might be? Smoke alarm, excellent. All like this. Hands up who's got a smoke alarm. Getting better, still not 100%. Warning, vehicle reversing. Hands up who's got a smoke alarm that sounds like this one. It's the same ringtone, isn't it?
Warning, vehicle reversing.
Just when we got everybody used to the sound of smoke alarms, they've gone and changed the sound of the smoke alarms to us. So to us, it just sounds like a lorry reversing. So now, if you have this sound on a Sunday morning while you're cooking your dinner, either you've left your turkey roasting too long, or you've got a lorry reversing into your kitchen. Either way, you've got a problem.
You notice he said Sunday morning while you're cooking your dinner. He can't wait while dinner time for it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right, okay, smoke alarms. How often do we change the batteries in a smoke alarm? When it's needed, excellent. We should, if it's a 10-year one, if it's one the fire service has given you, 10-year one, we shouldn't have to change the batteries at all. If you've got one of the old style ones, then we need to change the batteries at least once a year. Alright, pick a date, famous birthday, anything like that, change it on that day. Because you've all got one tucked away in your drawer, ready for when it goes in the middle of the night, haven't you? Yep.
Right, I think it's about time I do my quiz.
Shall we do a quiz? Right, come on then.
Audience participation time. I want you to talk to me. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. For a lot of years, firefighters, when they get back from a fire, they can prepare to fire half an hour and then have an hour's worth of paperwork to do when we get back. We've collected a lot of statistics throughout this time.
Easy for you to say.
Yep. Who do you think is more liable, probably in the last 10-15 years, to set fire to a chip pan? Do you think it's male or female? If you think it's more liable to be a female, let's have a show of hands. Who thinks a female's going to do this?
Single male, single male.
Single males.
Brave male.
Brave male. Right, if you think it's more liable to be a bloke that does this, let's have a show of hands.
Loads of married women, look, we're not bothered.
The women aren't bothered, they'll not put their hands up, yeah. You're absolutely right, it is more liable to be a guy. What day of the week do you reckon most of these fires occurred on?
Saturday. Speak up, can't hear you. Friday and Saturday night. Excellent.
Right, what time of day did we have most of these calls?
Give me a start time. Yeah, about what time's that?
About 11.
About 11, half 11 till about 3, 4 in the morning, so between 11 and 3. So we've got a bit of a pattern going here, haven't we now?
We've got developing chaps,
we've got males on a Friday and a Saturday night between the hours of 11 and 3 in the morning.
What age group do you reckon?
18 up to about 35.
Absolutely, Bobo. Full of 18, 30.
Yeah.
So if you're male between the ages of 18 and 30 on a Friday and a Saturday night between the hours of 11 at night and 3 in the morning, you are more at risk of dying in a chip pan fire than you are of being hit by a car in the road.
Right.
Scary.
Yeah.
But we've got some advice for you now that'll help you.
I've got a bit of advice for the ladies out there. Ladies, if you're thinking of going to move in house, move in home. If you buy a brand new house, by law, any house built in the last 12 years will have a hardwired smoke detection system. That means electric smoke detectors with a battery backup when the power goes off. Otherwise, we'll come round and we'll do a home fire safety check and have a look and give you advice anyway, which is all free. And the third one, ladies, is when you look to buy this new house, try and buy a house that's got a takeaway between you and the nearest pub. Believe me, it works wonders.
It's a proven fact, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got a takeaway that stays open till 2 in the morning on the way back from the pub to your house, you are less likely to have a chip pan fire than anybody else. So, fellas, next time you walk in from the pub at 2
Listen
o'clock
to this,
in the morning,
guys, you'll like this.
with a kebab hanging out of your mouth, and the wife starts having a go, tell her, them nice men at the fire service told me if I ate this kebab it would save my life.
Believe me, by not cooking you've saved the whole family's life.
Yeah, so you're saving her life by eating that kebab. Excellent. Right, can anybody remember what we used to tell you to do with a chip pan if it caught fire? That's just by magic, it catches fire.
Fire!